Yeah, I can't feel my legs. It's kind of like pins and needles and numbness.
Well, what I'm going to suggest you do is get up and stretch. Go for a walk.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
So we're excited that for over 30 years, we've been coming alongside you, not only selling, buying, and investing real estate over 3,117 times, really 30 years coming alongside you to build your faith, build your finances, build your fun, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationships. So 30 years of building life, home, and wealth. And so what we're going to discover this time is that whether you're working from home, which a lot of us still are, or some of us are and some of us aren't, and some are working from the office, that the physicality of it all can be actually help us thrive. How we manage our physical being, like sitting at a desk too long, doesn't help us do well. We do bad. So how can we thrive?
We do bad.
We do bad. How can we thrive?
Well, that's interesting because we wrote a lot in the Life X book, Life Exponential. And the relationship between your health, your physical health, your mental health, and your productivity, your work, your income, and your spirituality, and your relationships, they're all interconnected. And so looking after your body while you're working multiplies the effect of the other areas.
Well, into all the areas,
it's really nothing to sneeze at.
So let's not.
I'm not about to sneeze because there's nothing to sneeze at.
There's nothing to sneeze at. So what are some of those things? Getting up and stretching is such a basic.
Yeah. By the way, I can feel my legs now. I started moving them.
Okay, perfect. So moving the legs, having a desk where you can like move around, either a standing desk and a sitting desk. I mean, in both my offices, both the one at Solid Rock Realty and the one in my home, I have the ability, and I do it all the time. I stand and I sit. And then I pace when I talk for any length of time. So
that's why there's a wear mark in the hardwood.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But finding ways that you can stay in motion, right? That is going to help your thrivability, whether you're working from home or the office.
Thrivability.
Thrivability.
That's kind of like drivability. But we're talking about working at home or at the office. There's things you can do. One of them is to set that timer to get up. I set mine for 45 minutes because Yetta seems to think I'm attention deficit. And what do you set your timer at, Yetta?
Usually, well, it depends on the project I'm doing, but 90 minutes, they say that for many humans is the optimal length of time if you're doing deep work. If I'm not doing deep work, then that's a different conversation. But setting it at about 90 minutes for an isolated project without getting a lot of distraction, you're going to be most productive. Right. And not everybody's the same, right? Some people, it's just a little bit harder, like for you, Ken, to stay with it as long. But it's not good or bad. I mean, we banter about it being a bad thing, but it really...
I can get a lot accomplished if I focus for 45 minutes.
Right, way more than I could do in 90, right?
You said earlier I could only do 29 seconds, but it seemed to be fairly good. And I know you're just saying your mind wanders.
Yeah, and if you set your mind with intention.
But I have a fishing rod.
When it's going to wander. Okay, I'm afraid to ask because this is a dad joke.
I just reel in back my thoughts.
You do? With the fishing rod?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So what's the next thought then? Because mine is gone, given you're reeling in your thoughts and I have no idea.
Well, I love what you just said about the standing and the sitting desk. You know, like the one at work at the office, you have a desk that goes up and down.
Yeah.
On power.
Right.
You don't even have to lift it and adjust it or anything.
Nope.
They did a study. This was amazing. And our trainer Cheryl told me about this. They did a study on calf raises. You know how some people have that nervous twitch where they wiggle their legs?
Yeah.
Well, it burns a ton of calories. Have you ever noticed someone with nervous twitch that they actually are maybe lighter weight than some other people? Anyway, they discovered with the calf raises, you could do it for about 2.5 hours out of your work day. Now, that sounds like a lot. You're going to do calf raises for 2 hours.
That's what I said to you.
But they're not talking contiguous. They're talking just... You know, you might do it for 5 minutes and then not for 10 and then do it for 5 minutes. And when you raise your legs, I guess what it's doing is it's pumping the blood through. It's like you've exercised a lot. It burns calories and it reduces blood sugar levels in the blood. It normalizes blood sugar levels.
That's
So
awesome.
just doing calf raises while you're sitting, typing, or doing your work.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
the physical, like being physical, we can't understate. Is that right? We can't overstate. Is that how you say it? You can't overstate the value of being physical. So even when you set your alarm to get up and to take a break, I know Jeff, who lived with us for a season and used your office, we sent you to the offsite office and he used the home office, one of them, and I used the other one. And what was amazing was his regimentedness allowed him to stay highly productive.
Well, on the minute, he went into the office,
know.
opened his laptop.
Right. And on the minute, he walked out and then he would go for a walk, do a small activity, have a snack. And then it was, so the mind gets a rest. So not only is it good for the body, when the mind gets a break from what you're doing, it's actually energized to go back at the thing and increases both your mental well-being, your productivity, as well as your physicality.
That's a great point because I was finding I was taking my breaks, but my break would be to look at Facebook or Instagram or something. And then I realized like I'd come out to get a bite to eat or use the washroom. And the coworkers were saying, "What's wrong with your eyes? They're all bloodshot and you look exhausted." And then I realized I was taking a break from work at the set times, but I wasn't giving my eyes a break.
Right. So what you do matters
during your break is,
right, during
is
your
more
break
important.
is at least as important as that you take one.
So I shouldn't catch up on Facebook on my break.
That's for your leisure time when you got nothing better to do. And I'm
okay.
not home.
Right. Yeah. And then, maybe for physicality, your office chair at home isn't as good as it should be, or there's something wrong with the ergonomics. I know for me, we went to Mexico for 2 weeks last winter and we wrote the book, Life Exponential. And as I was sitting on the beach in a lounge chair, which should be like the most comfortable, right? But I got my legs up, I got my laptop on my lap and I'm typing and my wrists are bent up. And when I came back, I couldn't like hold a glass of water and tip it because the tendonitis in my arms was horrible. And then my osteopath fixed me and he said, "Don't do that."
Don't do that. Not
And so what he
smart.
taught me was just raise my chair up abnormally high, which kind of felt weird because then my feet weren't touching the ground. Raise up my armrests so that my wrists are tipped down while I'm typing on the laptop instead of tipped up. And it only took like a week and it started to go away.
You were pretty good again. And even when we talk about a good quality chair, I know Amber, our daughter-in-law, works with us at Decker Team and Double Decker Life and at Solid Rock. She works with all our companies. And as she has been, we've got these awesome chairs. And she says, "I hate your chairs." Because each chair doesn't, even if it's a really high quality, awesome chair that I feel fantastic in.
Yeah, those are a $900 chair.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't work for her. And so the adjustments on the chair, like adjusting a high-end chair is one piece, but then finding the chair that works for your body is equally as important. Just because it's great quality doesn't mean it serves you. So thinking about
I bet you I just need to set that chair for her.
Okay, well, you try because she ain't buying. So the bottom line is find things that work for you, not just work for someone else, even if it is Ken Decker, the president of the Ottawa Real Estate Board.
Yeah, you keep saying that. The reason she loves calling me the president is because then she's the first lady.
Well, that's right. It works.
You've always been my first lady.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's this quote. Carl Brad said it. And he said, "Although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending." So what's your ending going to be like?
Based on your start.
Yes. We're honored to be your advocates in building wealth through real estate and living a life exponential.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward.